Muted. Cool. Thank you for letting me know. So yeah, I don't know how the stream is gonna pan out. This is kind of like I'm just trying new things. I want to combine my Japanese studying with like just playing games and stuff. The other day I set ZZZ to Japanese, and like, well, while I was just like, zipping through the story, I'm like, no, I should probably take it seriously, and just like, even if I have to stop a little bit and stuff. So I'm gonna, this is like, I'm just gonna attempt something different today. I even have my webcam. I have a different app that I've been using for learning Japanese, like just flashcards and stuff. And I'll show that setup first before I start playing, and then we'll jump into the game. And then on the side, like towards the end, we'll just do some like exercises. Just for the record, my Japanese is a little rusty, so I need to like. I've been like doing my best to just like get into the habit of it. But anyways, let's see here. So I have my webcam, which I'm going to append to my shirt. Hoping this doesn't show my face at any point. I have my Japanese notes here. Just like stuff like this is the book that I'm using. It's mostly, I think it's just like reading comprehension, is it? No, it's grammar. So this is just like a grammar book that I'm gonna be looking at later at night. Again, completely guerrilla streaming. I have my phone here, which I'm going to use for looking up words and stuff. And then the other app that I wanted to use, let me see if I go find it. This is... Oh, cool. This isn't capturing properly. Okay, cancel. Alright, so the app that I want to capture isn't capturing properly. Let me see if doing like a new window capture helps. Let's see. No, okay. So the app that I want to capture is not working. So that's cool, I guess. But basically it's called Anki, and it's just like a flashcard thing. Actually, let's see if moving it to... I'm going to try something here. Display capture. I just want to make sure that it's capturing... There we go. Okay, so I managed to capture the app. I don't know how, but let's see if... Okay, so this is the app. This is just a flashcard thing. We're going to keep it over here, right? Hey, Fatality. It won't be visible to you guys very much, but I'll just keep it on deck so that, like, when we get to the part of, like, learning and stuff. And so what... Okay. So for context, what Anki does is that if you have, like, you view them as flashcards, and they can be synced up in different devices and stuff. And so I have it synced to my phone, right? And I have an app, because it's Android, that's called Tankobon or something. And what it does is when I look up a word, it allows me to send it to Anki, and it turns it to a flashcard that I can study. And so that's how I've been, like, picking up new words here and there. Like, I have to put them more to use. Because it's not enough to just, like, look at a word and, like, okay, I know what this is. You have to, like, use it. And I've been trying to immerse myself in that way. So it's not easy. It takes a little bit of... At least for me, it's taking a little bit. And again, I'm hoping that, this kind of works out. Because this could be fun. So let's start ZZZ. I'm going to start by just doing my dailies. And any words that, like, jump out at me, I will... write down. Well, I won't write down here. I'll just put it on my phone and then on the flashcard and then just sync it or whatever. But let me make sure that the game is captured. Hello? I wonder why it's not capturing. May require OBS? Oh my god. No, I don't. Let's see if... There we go. Yeah, just window capture. I'm gonna fucking lose my mind with this. Okay. All right. I managed to do it. Perfect. We're in season. All right. My room is very bright. Okay, you're gonna get to see me play this game. I forgot that this was on. So you'll notice that I have also I just realized there's no sound. There we go. All right, so let's see. We're gonna do dailies. Okay, so there is one word here that I'm gonna look up, and that's gonna be Orient. So this is gonna be, I believe this is the okay. There we go. All right. These are just words I'm going to look up in a little bit, and we'll see what these are after dailies. Okay. Log in. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and go over here. 6. So you'll notice that I have committed to buying the skin of this character for no reason in particular. You know. No reason in particular. Oh yeah, gotta open this door. Here, Andy. Yeah, no, none whatsoever. That's one daily done. Okay. Now, need to check this. Let's check this. I'm gonna do like all the like random things first. Okay. Put this guy's back. Okay. So far I've enjoyed this area a lot. It's pretty good. Sadly, I didn't really absorb much of the story other than like what people shared on Twitter about it, where it's like about an evil union or something. Because I changed it to Japanese, so it's just like, well, I was hanging out with Japanese people, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna stream it in English. They're kind of not gonna understand. And I was like, hey, you know what? I should immerse myself more by playing more video games in Japanese, and that's how I ended up just doing that. Let's see here. Settings hot. Oh, ran out of shit. Let's sell the stuff that we have now. Okay. And I don't really want to do this yet. Yeah, okay, so I need to produce a lot of these items. Okay. I'm gonna send these guys for an hour. Let's see what these guys have done. Alright. I should get some of the older items. So let's just gonna send them out for like 12 hours. Okay, send out. And then we're gonna go these items. And then we're gonna send them for another 12 hours as well. Just because I'm not gonna be checking these guys very often. Okay. Now let's see here. I've been working on Juan. Let's see, where is she? There we go. I need 20 of these. Need to work on those skills. These ones in particular, I'm not concerned about. I'm gonna get her to max level. Don't think that's gonna happen today, but you know, we'll see. So let's go over here. Okay. Imasugu. Okay, we got 2 times. What if I were to replace? Nope. Alright. Oh man. Okay. So, while I'm doing this, I'll just talk a little bit. So I've mentioned several times that I've been on a diet, and even though it wasn't for me specifically that I went to the doctor, what I ended up doing is that I just went in with my family member that was going, and he's like, "Oh, I see that you're you look much lighter." And I think over 2 weeks or so, I've lost, I want to say like somewhere between like 9 to 10 pounds, which is not bad considering the goal here is not really like, it's not weight loss, it is like losing fat, and I've been clearly losing a lot of it. But the one thing I asked of him was like, okay, so he's made me like take a vegan protein because I came to find out today that the guy's it's like a very hardcore vegan. And he's like, no, like the vegan protein is better. And I'm like, all right, I'll do what you say, doc. But we were asking questions and he's like, no, like, there's this protein I sell that's specially developed and stuff like that. I'm like, is there a reason why I should be like drinking, protein, like, vegan protein over the whey protein? He's like, well, the whole point of this diet has been to like reduce, to reduce lactose intake, reduce my dependency on bread, and just eat more fish, eat more vegetables. And honestly, I was doing okay with the vegetable part, like no mushrooms and shit. But I've been eating more fish. I'm not a huge fan of salmon, so I just changed to salmon for like tilapia or something like, or whatever. Vegan plant protein is very nice on my gut. I've been drinking I've noticed that on the, like, okay, here's the thing. I've noticed that I'm burping less and I'm farting less. It sounds funny when I say it that way, but it is true. I've been less gassy. And the thing is that I haven't been consuming as much cheese as I used to. Or lactose. And like, I don't drink that much milk. It's just that when I used to make my proteins, I would just use milk. And today, when I was looking at the, when I was at the doctor, he's just like, I asked him, like, should I be drinking, the protein like I have been with like almond milk? And it's like, no, you should be drinking it with water. And I'm like, oh God, because the thing is that I'm supposed to be doing intermittent fasting with the protein. That like, I'm not supposed to have like a big meal. The protein is just like low calorie protein, so that your body is like at least eating something and it's not like running on empty. But he's just like, yeah, you're gonna have to switch to water because you're not like he didn't specify, so I was just like, oh cool, almond milk is whatever, at least the protein that I got, like, was tasting better. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't had the need to like eat cheese very much, which is a very good thing, because humans aren't meant to consume or horses, I guess, aren't meant to consume this amount of cheese that we've been conditioned to consume. Like, you can have your pizza like once or twice a week, that's fine. But the amount of like, for example, like I used to eat, like for breakfast I would make eggs and then put some cheese on it. For lunch I would eat something with cheese, or at dinner I would make a cheese sandwich or something and dip it in chocolate. So not like, obviously not every day, but I'm just saying, like, in general, that's like what I've been doing. And reducing just the amount of cheese has just made me less gassy, because like I understand the whole thing that lactose is like, we're not meant to, we're not necessarily built for it, but it's been incredible. I feel like much lighter. My face is actually pretty slim now. Not that, like, for context, not that I was like grossly overweight. Like I was overweight, like by like maybe 30-40 pounds, and like half of my weight is just muscles. The other half is just like I have a lot of body fat percentage. I think it was like 30% or something like that. But immediately my face slimmed out from the 10 pounds that I've just lost. Now it's up to 30 that I need to lose, and I've been like going to the I've been going on runs every day, because the prescription or not the prescription, what the doctor told me is like you shouldn't really, if you're gonna lift weights, it has to be calisthenics, or you just have to just go for runs, dude. Like go walk for like an hour, 30 minutes, 5K, whatever you want, but make sure you're doing a lot of cardio, because you have to get into the fat burning process. At least that's the way to describe me. I'm like just following the diet, because that's a huge thing with me, and I'm also taking the opportunity to just eat less. So if I get, like, let's say I used to eat like 4 portions of pizza. Let's say like I order Domino's or something. Now I'll eat 2, and then I have to just be content with that. And I don't even eat Domino's every day. Like it's on Sunday. I'll eat just less. Like this Sunday, I had a cinnamon roll, and it was like the only thing that was like huge, because then I just had like 2 chicken tacos, and I fasted in the morning and I fasted at night. So I only had like the 1 big calorie thing in the afternoon, because that was like the thing that I was looking forward to for most of the week. I'm like, okay, I'll make sure like I don't eat too much, because I don't want to like eat a bunch of calories and then like, you know, obviously like when I lose that amount of weight, I'm gonna try to be steady with it. But yeah, anytime I eat anything with a good amount of lactose, I take a lactose pill these days. You shouldn't be see, that's where I'm getting at, where like you shouldn't, most people, when they stop drinking milk or consuming lactose products for too long, they end up being lactose intolerant. Or some people just become lactose intolerant as they get older, and I think that's where I'm getting to that point. Not to a bad degree, it's just like I'm very gassy when like I drink milk or I consume any sort of milk product. Okay, let's see. No, I need to do this one now. What if I were to... Oh, sweet. She's so fun to use. But from what I understand, you kind of need her W machine to get the full, like, extent of her power, right? Hey, Ferrum. Can I retry? Ooh, yes I can. Right. Just want to make sure that I have enough to level her up. I'm not even gonna get halfway, but we'll see. Also, I feel very proud of myself. I did a lot in terms of game-related stuff. I did finish the storyboard. I did finish those 2 posts for the game Twitter. The funny thing is that I made when I showed the storyboard, it wasn't okay. I did a mosaic on it, and it was not meant to be flat. Like, it's not like the game is not an adult game, but because it was like in a mosaic, I'm assuming that it just someone or something got it flagged as an adult. But it's not. That was not the intention. I only mosaiced it just to show like, oh look at like the storyboard. I don't want to show everything, so I'm just gonna put a mosaic, and that was, in hindsight, not a very good idea. But I did get some pretty good initial storyboard ideas done. Tomorrow, I'm hoping that I can work on the video teaser. I did get one very special person to do Rena's voice, and I'm very excited. I don't want to reveal anything yet because we want to do the video, and then I want to make sure that I show it to the publisher and everything. But I think she's great for the role. I'm just not gonna say anything yet. Yeah, level 54. Damn it. Let's see if what was it looking for? Damn it. Actually, let's do some pulls on stream. Yeah, I figured. Oh shit. Never mind. Alright, no. Think? Oh yeah. I thought she wasn't complete. Never mind. I completed her, Pulcra, and this guy. But yeah, going back to the diet talk, I've been like eating just much better, and I don't know, it feels good. Like I feel better. It's not like I'm sleeping better, and it's not even like, oh, I notice that I'm like not as like I'm very critical of myself. Like I'm not gonna like, I don't let myself, sometimes have that win. I'm just like very like, no, I still like, yeah, it's only 10 pounds, but still got 30 to go. Like you're not, don't flatter yourself, dude. Like I have that tendency to do that. But I've been trying to like just manage that bit by bit. I wanted to buy something. No, that's where's the store? Okay, there we go. Oh, shit, bought all of it. Good thinking, me. Oh, fuck, I'm shit out of luck until tomorrow, then I guess. Okay, well, let me do the Notorious Hunt. This is for her. I've been pulling for G-Yuan after the daily reset today. I've earned and saved 180 pulls worth of poly tape since Vivian. I need to start saving because now as much as like the the new girl that's coming up, I think she's hella cute. I'm not gonna pull for her. I'm gonna wait for like when Bernice comes back around or Caesar. So I need to be smarter with my pulls. Just not gonna be tempted again. And I've been enjoying playing this game, and I'm probably just gonna use it as an excuse to just play it daily. Just the learning aspect in general. And you'll see that on the bottom right is oh no, fuck. Okay, well, it's just gonna have to be Bernice, because I legitimately just don't have, I only have 80. G1, like, just burned me out. I don't have anything. I'm out. Unless you guys want me to, like, I jokingly say this, don't do this. Like, unless I, like, make a stream where you guys donate so that I do pulls. But no, I'm not gonna pull for, I'm just gonna save. And, like, I gotta accept the reality that, you know, I'm fresh out of. This, I believe, is combat. Well, then I'm writing here. I'm gonna look this up later. Fuck, okay, you know what? Let me do it proper. I'll just look this one up, and that'll eventually show up. I'm pulling out my credit card. No, I need to. I'm broke. Well, yeah. All right. Let's just leave it at that. I'm broke. I'm not even gonna argue with that. Not like shit out of luck. Just not enough to like be splendid with my spending. Like, even for a Zerlane, like, I've been, like, progressively just spending way less. Last time I spent, like, maybe $20, was, like, last month, maybe? Where, like, the new skins came out for, I generally just get the season pass. But yeah, I'm being responsible, like, I'm trying to not spend as much. And this game, thankfully, is pretty generous, and, it's just all around, like, just fun. So I don't feel pressure to like, do anything, in terms of spending. I did cave in a little bit. And I bought the pack that they had for the anniversary, and that's how I got Jijuan. But Fucking Virgil. My favorite character to play is still, I still haven't used Jujuan, like, to perfection, but, my favorite character to play is still Miyabi. There we go. Oh, that's pretty cool. I've never had that screen like that. Alright. Let's try one more time. The one thing I'm still not a fan of is that the drive, like, leveling drives requires money. There we go. I gotta say, I love the new areas. The ones where you explore and you can find treasures and stuff like that. Those are pretty fun. I like them a lot. You can actually farm tangible resources and limit, even every time you defeat the smolder kitty enemy, you get a gray up XP item. Yeah, that's pretty good, and it doesn't require using like stamina. All around, I think it's a, you know, they could go further, but you know, we take small victories where we can. Let's see. Man, fucking hate that Caesar drops too. Sucks. It's fine. It's fine. Also, as Lemon Hollow is one of the 7 great hollows, I can see them either reusing throughout Season 2 and also adding new zones. Yeah, there's a fucking lot. Hold on, let me see. Like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels that I've explored. That's a lot. That is a lot. Caesar's coming back. Again, I love Caesar, but I think I'll just wait for Bernice. Ooh, the other thing I wanted to try out. So there we go. Alright, this is where, I need to try for Caesar's W engine. I didn't get it on her first banner. See, I don't really ever pull for W machines, like, ever. It's been stuck at, like, around this since the start of the game. Also, I lost out on my first 50-50, which means the second time I pulled an S rank, I got her, but I tried pulling again. I think it was for Astra Yao, and I lost on a 50-50 because what did I get? I can't remember. Oh, right. I got her. Number 11. Soldier 11, yeah. So that means that whatever future banner I pull for the S rank, I'm gonna get the character. So I have to save up for whoever I want. Also, I'm still short on this one. But it's like, I don't even know if they're ever going to add more characters to this. I lost my first hit to Soldier 11 as well. My first 50-50 I lost was to Lycon. And I already had him, so it was a dupe. And it's not the first time that he spooked me either. He spooked me on the Astra Yao banner, the original one. And then I just never fucking got her. Because I ran out of resources. And then the next banner, what was the one after? I can't remember. Let me see. It jogs my memory. Oh yeah, Trigger. I got Trigger. Which, look, no complaints on my part. I love Trigger. I've never been as lucky as I was with Ellen in 1.0. Rolled 2 S ranks and a 10 pull, and both were Ellen. I rolled Ellen on like a single pull, I think. But I can't remember. Look, I've gotten most of the characters that I want. The only ones that I am missing. Hey Yamato. Oh, Yamamoto. Hey. I want Caesar, Yanagi, and where is she? Bernice. I know Astra Yao is like you need to have her because she's like whatever, but she's not like on my highest priority. I didn't know she had a good M1 at a running charge attack. Do I have her at M1? I don't remember. No, I do not. I think in the long term, they'll probably do something where, like, you can exchange, like something to start unlocking and you can grind for it every month. Because it's going to get to a point where there's way too many characters and you're not going to be able to keep up. But I do like her new, they did something with her, right? Yeah. Like, unlock potential. That's pretty good. I'm working through, like, my characters, too. ZZ, okay. As much as I'm not huge on MiHoYo games, because they all kind of feel like they blend together, ZZZ is the only one where, like, there is a genuine distinction, there's a lot of personality to it, and, like, I just really like a lot of, like, there's care and love to it. Obviously, they have, like, this huge overhanging thing where it's like, oh, it's like a gacha game and it needs to make money, it's live service, so they have to do whatever, like, but I feel like the team that's making this does care a lot about what they're doing, and that's kind of, like, why I've enjoyed a lot of this game. I have no complaints that I'm not I get upset when I don't get the character that I want. Yeah, of course, that happens always, but I'm not, like, bent out of shape because they do let you play the story with the characters, and there's plenty of times where there's a mission you can do, like a side mission, and then they're there for available for trial or whatever. So the only reason, like, the only thing you can't do is that if you don't have them, you can't date them or anything. But other than that, that's, like, you know. Oh yeah, I'll be, yeah, hand. You know? So, okay. This is gonna be difficult, but we're gonna try. Okay. この自分の Alright. I'm gonna start writing down shit. Again, I'm not focusing on learning kanji. I'm just learning words because it's just more efficient that way. To をいじってザ・ビッグホールを読んでくださいね。あ、選んでくださいね。あ、選び終わるまで待っていますから。わかった。チケットを買ってくる。There we go. Oh, hey Corgi, thanks for the raid. Hey. We're playing ZZZ and learning Japanese. It's kind of like a guerrilla style thing. I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. We're gonna play for a little bit, take a break, and then review what words we've done, and then I'll go back and do some learning. Like, you know, you got some resources here that I'm looking at, and on let's see, over here on the screen, I have my Anki open. So, yep. Got you. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. The big hole. Okay. I feel like there's a lot of words that I should but we're just gonna. Oh, this is gonna be bad.
れました？驚いた顔をして。
驚いた。驚いた。騙して。I think that's a Tama, right? I'm gonna write that down too. Sorry if my notes are fucking messy. Oh, it's the other way around. There we go.
黒いアイリスの花をご存知ですか？落ち着いた色合いに見えますが、花蕾は鮮やかな黄色なんです。人も同様に意外な一面を持つもの。そういえば、以前私はあなたが164号の花に似ていると言いましたが、あなたから私はどう見えているのでしょう？
で、ブラックなんで、
そうでしたか。名前が与える印象はやはり大きいですね。もうひとひねり欲しいところですが。
That's a huge fucking guess. 本当にそう思っているんだと。そう。ね。本当にそう思っているんだ。
冗談です。
冗談。I'm trying, guys. 少し
私の反応驚くのを期待されていたのかしら。でもそこまででは。
さあ、どんなでもこんなに
過去の経験から来るものかもしれません。
That was a guess. It's what it was. お互い。でもI will get so quick at reading this, it's not going to be funny. But you know what? We have to start somewhere, right? これは、それにも、近くの女の子。
あの子の様子が気になりますか？
ハンサと一緒に。
大丈夫です。あの子はもう平気ですから。
平気？
映画を見て思い出しただけです。かつて彼女は孤独にフォローをさまよったそうです。私にも似たような時期がありました。いえ、もしかすると今もまだ。お気持ちは伝わりました。嬉しいです。必要があればそうさせてください。
I do love this dating thing, by the way. This is like one of the best things they've done for this game. This is what we wanted. This is all we want. They knew the market. かジュニアさん。
実は共通点も多いんです。
何歳？
花が持つ意
あ
もう少しこの話をしましょうか。いいんです。
Alright.
ではまたの機会に。
I will definitely try again at some point.
主人公は野営地を守り生存者を迎えましたが、その努力もフォローの前では炎天下の朝露のようなも
空気読めない。
のですが、災難は神聖を育むと言いますが。
So, one interesting dating older women simulator. Yeah, exactly. One important thing that you need to know, in Japanese, okay, well, let me lean. The webcam is like clipped to my chest, by the way. There's something called, okay, hold on. Let's see if you guys can see this. I believe it's, let me make sure that I'm not talking out of my ass here. No. Okay, so it's cookie. Air. Okay, yeah, I misspelled it. So it's not, it's cookie. And what this word is, okay. Cookie. It's like air, but it's used in the context of like air in general, but it's also used in the context of like reading the room or reading the situation or reading, like being able to, like, you know, like read the social cue or something like that, like sense the tension or whatever. Like when they say like kuki hueta, like it's like tension rises or something like that. It's a pretty good word to know because I've noticed it's used a lot, and especially with this mini game or like this dating mini game, that is the whole point of it, to read the room or like read the air. Write that one down too. Okay. Poro to Teriasu. なかなか。Okay. 言われた。人に見られる花を売る私が。That one seems important. We're also writing that one down. I mean, it's going to be a lot of words, but the goal is to just build such a fucking huge vocabulary. Mochiron. Answer. That is some dangerous fucking sound. Just look. It's like they were very specific. I'm like, we're not making the skin unless we get this sound. Or they made this skin specifically so that they could play that sound. It's crazy. いかがでしょうか？あなたにぴったり、ぴったり、そうそう。金に入った。Alright, let's see who else. You know that, like, it took me a while to realize that the lady that runs the arcade was a bunny. Like, it wasn't until the other day where I realized, oh, she's actually like a bunny. I don't know why it took me that long to figure that out. Coco. You can date Coco. 人を好きでリチャード
リチャード・ティーミルクのココじゃないか。
ココのこと知ってるの？
ここのこと知ってるよ。
前に会ったことがあるんだけれど、まあそれは置いておこう。映画を見に来たのかい？
もしかして映画のヒーローみたいな人？そういえば何度か会ったことがあるかも。それにルミナスクエアを走り回ってるのも見かけたし、他の人と危ないことしてて大丈夫かなって思ったような。
She's very cute. I like her.
でもタピオカっぽくて優しそう。実はちょっと困ってて、前にお店で反則キャンペーンをやった時の映画のチケットが残ってたんだ。もったいないから使おうと思ってきたんだけど、着いた途端頭が真っ白になっちゃって、事前に調べたのにどの映画が見たかったのか思い出せなくなっちゃったの。だから助けて映画マン。
映画マンというの？
僕はただ映画鑑賞が好きなだけなんだけれど、映画選びなら任せてくれ。どんな内容だったか覚えているかい？
確か。
Did you see that one of Piper's quality time events? She jokes about having a daughter who works at. I have not seen that one. I will have to check out Piper's story.
それは映画の話かい？
あとブラックベリーも。
How old is Piper even?
大好き。
暖かくて
Well, yeah.
ミント、マシュマロ、それにブラックベリー。
ブラックベリー。
映画の印象やポスターの色調について話しているのか？ああ、わかった。エーテルドリームだろ。
エーテルドリームだろ？
そうそう、そんな感じ。きっとその映画だね。さすが映画マン。
説明を聞いていたらこの映画が見たくなってきたような。
じゃあ一緒に見る？チケットもまだ余ってるし。
いいよ、一緒に楽しもうか。
Oh man, this is hard. I'm a little worried about making the wrong choice. So what we'll do is I'm gonna leave that for later. Wait a minute. What story is this one? Did I fucking skip a story? No, right? Oh my, I jumped straight into season 2. Holy shit. I did not. Coco wants to watch a movie that looks like My Neighbor Totoro mixed with Alice in Wonderland. I skipped Astra's and Vivian's. Oh my god. Tell you what. I'm gonna do it. I'll start that story tonight. But first, we are going to take a study break. So, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna look. Let me see. I'm gonna look up the words. So, let's see here. All right. The first one being there's like a all right, shoot, yeah. Am I stupid? Okay. I can't use this one, I guess. All right. This is just weeklies. Sento. So there we go. Sento. I don't know that you guys can see it. So Sento, and then what I do is I just send it to Anki Android. And then let's find another word. Ota. Oto. So, otori. Odoroi. Odoroku. Alright. Let me make sure that that one's not Dono. Oh, okay. So if that's not it, we're gonna draw again. Face expression. Okay. Cow. There we go. I know cow is face, but it's important to know that, like, you know, what the kanji looks like. Bloody. All right, that's just more words. Nokori. Speaking of ZZZ character and character design, fans are speculating that the 2.1 character, Yuzuha, might be deaf or partially deaf, as she has some devices on her head that looks like real life hearing aids. Hey, that'd be interesting. I want to check that out. I do like that, for example, Trigger is like actually blind, and they made her design pretty cool around it. ZZZ is like pretty good in terms of designs. Hickey. Wall partition. No, that's not it. Habit. There we go. I think that's the one. Not got. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this is the one. Okay. And then we're missing one more. I'm not going to add too many. We want to make sure that Zenbu does. Okay. Zendai. Okay. All right. So now, Lycon has no legs. Caesar is missing an arm. Trigger is blind. Yuzuha might be deaf. Soldier and Ambi deal with memory issue when subjected to physical trauma. See, it's very good. Like they're like it's not. They don't make characters just like, oh, it'd be cool if they had like this missing arm and stuff like that. It's pretty good. Okay. So now we're gonna go. Okay, sorry, I forgot about this. Ooh, sorry. So now we go to sync. And then fixing cards due. I'm going to go to my program over here. Make sure it's synced. So what it does here, like, I don't know if you guys can see it, but what it does is that it starts syncing, like, what I've done, like, what I've added and stuff, and it makes sure that on my PC, it's, like, the same. I like doing it on my phone because it's fun, because I can actually sit down in breakfast and just start, like, okay, this, and that. But I need to start writing sentences and start reading more stuff so that the words that I use do stick around. Because at a certain point you start forgetting if you're not giving them the daily use. So while that's cooking in the background, I'm gonna go ahead and so let's see. Main story. I think this is the one that I should be going to. Let's do the one that I was missing. Nisa. Do you think Nekoma's mechanical tails are prosthetic, like with Lycon's legs? The rest of her is normal. Her feet aren't mechanical, just boots. It could be. I mean, I don't think every single character is like disabled in some capacity. Isn't like the new girl that's coming out, like she has like mechanical ears? Could it be that like they're just for decoration, or do you think that they are? Because the problem is this game does the 4-ear thing, which not a particularly huge issue, but it does bother me. But I don't know if they serve like a function. So I believe this is the Vivian story. Okay, yeah, this is it. Didn't people have like issues with this character? Or was there like some sort of problem where like his design was like mismatched or something?
どうかヒューゴと呼んでもらえるだろうか。差し当たって俺のことは一収集家だと思ってくれていい。起点のことは新エリートで最も趣のあるビデオ屋だと聞いていてね。今日はこうして門扉をくぐる幸運に恵まれたわけだが。なるほど。評判にたがわぬ佇まいだ。つつましやかでありながら洗練され、品格の中にもぬくもりがある。国野の中をあてどなくさまよう途上で見つけた高校と輝く灯火。そんな心休まる店構えと言えるだろう。それだけにとどまらない。どうやらここには名のある者たちがこぞって出入りしているようじゃないか。それも治安局や対フォロー行動部のエリートたちが。店長のお二人は若くして有望であるようだな。ご立派なことだ。
お客さんはお上手ですね。もっともその通りだと自負していますが。
From what I understand, this guy's a boss too. Because I fought his fucking shadow. Oh my god, that was such a nightmare to fight. It took it. He showed up in like the Great Hollow, and it was just painful. Because he can parry your attacks.
あの情報についてもおそらくは真実なのだろう。そう、悪魔の子。
すみません。今なんと
None of the more human-like Therians have human ears. They only have animal ears. Where a human ear would normally be there's always covered by hair, the exception being Jane.
おっと、お二人とも何やら狼狽しているように見受けられるな。
I wonder what people think of the
俺が求めている古い映画のタイトルでね。さして脚光を浴びた作品でもないゆえに状態の良いビデオテープを見つけられていないのだ。
Okay. I think I can sync now. Okay. So, alright, let's do a study break. I'm gonna move this over here. And we're gonna this all the way down here. Just for this. Oh, it covers me too. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna check this deck. I'm gonna show you how it works. It's a pretty good tool. It's pretty good. So we're gonna go over here. New, learn, do. Yeah, let's study now. So, 魅力的. Show answer. Charming, fascinating. Hard because I don't know it. 魅力的. So hard. 戦闘. That is combat. This one I know. 戦闘. But we're gonna say good. It's gonna show it in a second. 驚く. I believe this one, 驚く, was surprise. To be surprised, yeah. To be surprised, to be taken aback, to be amazed. Good. 顔, face. It's good. ぴったり. See, tightly, closely, precisely, suddenly. Okay. Hard. 癖. A habit. Okay. 癖 is a habit. 癖. Habit, crease, wrinkle. Okay. なかなか. Very considerably, easily, readily, fairly. By no means. Middle, halfway point. Okay. 逆. Reverse, opposite. Ooh. Okay. 逆. All right. 魅力的. Got it. 魅力的. Good. So, okay. For context, what this does is... Hold on. Fucking... It's like sinking. So for context, what this thing does is it has an algorithm. And based on, for example, if I say... This is central, by the way. So I know this word, right? If I say good, the algorithm starts to understand, okay, he knows this word. We're going to show it less because they don't need to study it as much. But it'll show it in different ways. So it'll show the definition in English, or the definition, or just the kanji or the word itself. And in that case, it starts determining it. And the more you press, for example, good, it'll show it less because it's like, okay, well, he doesn't need to see this. Of course, it'll like surprise you in like 5 days, because it's like, oh, you thought let's see if you actually remember this. So, sento, I'll say good. Odoroku. This one's odoroku, I believe. Odoroku. Hey. We'll go good. Kao. Kao. Call. Should probably work on my pronunciation. So good. Precisely. No. Pittari. Okay, hard. Kuse, I believe. Yep. Good. Nakanaka. There we go. It's a very good, this is very good. Reverse opposite. Nope. Gyaku. Hard. Mirokuteki. Mirokuteki. This is beautiful. Charming, fascinating, attractive. Okay. Pittari. This is it's tightly, closely, exactly, suddenly. Alright. Kuse is like a crease, a habit. Usually a bad habit. Okay. Kuse is a bad habit. Okay. I wasn't wrong with crease, right? But, you know, the definition I want to focus on is a bad habit or a tendency. So I'm going to go hard. Nakanaka, readily, in the middle of, considerably, yeah. Excellent, wonderful, good. Okay, this one's interesting. That's so good. Gyaku. The opposite. Hey, we're learning words. Tightly, closely, exactly, pittari. Shit, dog. Pittari, tightly, closely. Exactly, suddenly, perfectly. Suited, ideally. Yeah, this one's also good. Perfectly suited, ideally. It's good. This one was gyaku. Yep, there we go. Gyaku. Odoroku. To be surprised. To be taken aback. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, we're doing good. Kuse is a bad habit. A bad habit or a tendency or a crease or something like that. Yeah. Sento is combat. Kao is face. Charming, fascinating. Miryokuteki. There we go. Sento. Kaishi. It's like when you hear like Sento Kaishi, it's like, you know, it's a very common word in anime and in video games and stuff. Sento. Not to be confused with senso, because senso is war. Sento is like combat. It's like combat, like you could say like senso no sento, like combat and war or something like that. I don't know. Odoroku. I need to make sure that I understand that this is the kanji, so that I like when I see the word, I'm not odoroku. I'm not surprised. Kao. Miryokuteki is charming, attractive. It's not the same as beautiful. It's just like when someone's charming or whatever. Very, considerably, readily. Middle, halfway point. Nakanaka. There we go, good. Kuse. This is kuse. Nakanaka. Readily. Wonderful. In the middle of. Good. Gyaku is opposite. Kuse is a bad habit. A tendency. There we go. Tightly, closely, suddenly, perfectly suited, ideally, pittari. Pittari, perfectly suited, closely. Exactly, precisely, yeah. Good. Gyaku, almost. Hey, I finished the deck. And see, now that that's done, okay, I'm gonna sync. Okay, sync complete. And then I go to my phone and make sure I sync up. All right, and then the algorithm knows, you know, that I did it. There are tons of decks that you can download for Anki, like not just Japanese, but if you're studying any like particular, you're studying like any particular language, like French, German, or whatever. You can build decks out, or you can download it, pre-existing ones. This is open source. It's very good. It's free. I've been liking it because it's making me like learn words. But the whole point of this is not to just like look at this and like, oh, like, you know, flashcards. It's like use it in tandem with like what you're reading, because a lot of these are just things that you're going to keep like seeing and stuff. You know, it has grammar from like N5 to like this deck that the full Japanese study, right? It has like kanji from like N5, N1. I'm personally going through just learning words that I see, because it'll just make more sense. Obviously, like I'm building out a huge library of words, and I'm starting out. But as I go along and I start writing stuff, it'll make a big difference. I believe. I just have to keep at it. You know, and completely immerse myself in Japanese. So now that those are the words that we learned today, I want to take the chance and, you know, let's learn some grammar. I'm not sure that a lot of you might be interested in this. But for example, そこに置いといて. Just put it in there. We're doing some Japanese study. So, oh, wrong window. I'm going to decrease this. And then I'm going to make this one a little larger. I don't know that the camera is capturing this properly. Okay. Okay, so basically, night. Yeah, no, this is something I'm gonna have to do in my own time, I think. Yeah, no, I have to go over through some grammar. I will be better prepared for next time that we do something like this. I'm just gonna focus on playing the game for now, and just relax, play for another hour, and then I promised a friend I would ping them once I'm done streaming, or like play a little bit of the Vivian story, and then, you know, close shop for today. I do, however, I'm gonna turn the camera off. Because there's, you know, just kind of like, I don't need it right now. I do, like, if you guys have some feedback for this, like, how I can make this better, I would appreciate it. I clearly, you know, just wanted to try something different, and I hope you guys liked it. But for now, I mean, now I'm just going to go play the game, but, and leave that, you know, and just kind of like just listen. But if you guys have like some feedback on like how I can make this better or whatever, like I would appreciate it, because I do like doing this. Maybe you guys can learn something, and maybe I can learn, you know, and while I learn. Obviously, this is like extremely overwhelming because it's like just on the assumption that you are a functioning adult or teenager that grew up that knows Japanese.
それとも何か君たち自身の金銭に触れてしまったかな?
Yeah, any feedback, like even if like anyone that watches the VOD, for this kind of stuff, I might ask some of my friends that, you know, or someone that might know what to do.
深読みのしすぎですよ。少し意外だっただけです。僕たちでも聞いたことのない映画なんてそうそうないですからね。
ああ、お二人に罪はない。この映画はいささかに。
What's the general consensus on this story, by the way? Is it good?
関してこそいるが、その実は吸血鬼にまつわる伝説を根幹に据えている。
Duolingo isn't that good. I think my problem with Duolingo is that it's very like, it's the equivalent of like picking up like a pamphlet that just teaches you how to say hello and where is the bathroom. Duolingo doesn't really teach you very much. The best way is just to pick up a book. Also, I'm gonna fucking turn the lights off from my room. It's very bright. got the lights on for you know, so that it doesn't look dark in the camera. I think it's an 8 out of 10 experience in English. So Hugo's VA, Hugo's VA did it. I love it.
ご存知だろうか。吸血鬼とは旧文明の折に一世を風靡した虚構の概念。青白い肌、仰々しい装い。一見して謎めいて危うげだが、お高く止まった面皮の下には恐るべき牙を隠している。そう。
I could just never get into the rhythm of like putting things in English, but I just prefer hearing that. Like I don't know. I've always preferred the Japanese. Like yeah, whatever. I'm a weeb. Deal with it, but I don't know. Just like something about the English dub with the anime content just doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't sync up with me.
褒め言葉として受け取っておこう。だが惜しいかな。この新エリートに吸血鬼などというものは存在しないのだ。この俺も血を吸わないと生きていけないような体質ではない。強いて言えば、低血糖気味なことが悩みではあるがね。
I would probably have to give the English voice a shot, but my issue stems from that a lot of people that do voice acting for mostly anime content is just mirroring. Well, here's the thing too. It's like you'll have that like one actor that does give a shit, and then the rest of them are just like trying to do the anime voices that are done in Japanese instead of just like, dude, just do voice acting. Like you don't have to do the same voice at like or try to imitate the voice. Like you don't have to do the high pitched squeal for girls and stuff. You can just act. And that is my problem some of the times. Look, Persona 3, 4, and 5 have amazing voice acting. And those games, I just play in English because they've always, without a fault, been very good. Typically with gacha games like this one, like just the voice acting is usually lackluster. Genshin, they replaced everybody, but I never give it. Like the thing is, I just don't. The other game that I play in English is Final Fantasy XIV, but the voice acting is extremely good. And I'm gonna be real. The time where Full Metal Alchemist, Yu Yu Hakusho, and all those anime started to grow in the States, they were hiring good voice actors, the ones that would act in cartoons and stuff like that. Now you have a younger generation that has been exposed to subs versus dubs, and then they're like, oh, I have to act the same way. Or you have people with absolutely no range doing voicing. I don't hate the guy, but I don't like Prozid's voice acting. He just sucks. Because every time he does a voice, it's just the same one. I've never seen him do range, and there's only a few VAs that when they're on, and I like the old school ones, the ones that were well, we don't know this about this anime thing. Let's just get professional voice actors to come in and just do it, and then they would just voice act based on the dialogue that they were giving in the situation. Now they're just well, here's what it sounds in Japanese, and you know what it kind of sounds like, so just fucking do it. That's what it feels to me. I'm okay being corrected. No, I think you're confusing him with Young Yeah, I think. Isn't Young Yeah the one that's doing English Kiryu? And I'm gonna go to a limb here and defend Young Yeah a little. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. First of all, that guy had huge shoes to fill in, because it's it's not an easy thing, right? But they did him dirty with like having him sing, and just he's not a like I don't think he's that professional of a voice actor. So they grabbed a guy that's basically done like has very little on his record to just voice one of the most important characters in gaming, which in my opinion should not have an English dub whatsoever, because it's just one of those things that just doesn't really translate as well to like the English. Like Yakuza is like such a Japanese thing, that I don't think like in any language like it would just translate as well. It's the same with like certain like for example the movie The Downfall, which is about like World War II and like the last few moments of Hitler and the bunker and stuff like that. I cannot watch that movie in any other language than German because it's not the same. There are just things that just don't work in any other language. And even like when I was like in Japan trying to like watch movies there, some movies like Batman or whatever, they were never like they were just like I could not find them in English, and it was just like rough because like even if the voice acting was okay, it's just like it's not the same. Like you can't get into the headspace of the original, or like how things are going. Because another thing to keep in mind is that I'm going to use a Yakuza example again. There's a lot of culture, a lot of like nuance to how certain things are in Japanese culture, specifically with Yakuza, that the voice actors understand for the original language. But when you translate it and you give it to people that it's above their pay grade to sit down and like study the culture, even at a surface level. There's just like, okay, here are the lines, whatever. I played the games. These is cool. But they don't like truly like it's. You get what I mean? Like I feel like I'm talking in circles, but Ip Man is another thing. Ip Man, I would never watch it in anything other than the original language, because when they have people speaking in Japanese versus the Chinese language that, or like I forgot if it's Mandarin or Cantonese or whatever, there's an impact there. But then when they translate, it's like old in English, and also like the way that they enunciate certain things, a lot of it just doesn't translate as well. But again, this is how I think. I have a lot of family members that they're like, I don't want to fucking, like, I just want to watch it in English because it's like, it's just better. Like, I understand it, even if it's, the lips aren't quite synced. I just, like anything, I just want to watch it in its original language. Even if I have to play catch up with the subtitles, I do my best. There are certain anime that I did grow up with, like Dragon Ball I prefer in Spanish, but just because I prefer Goku not sounding like a child. And it's just my personal opinion. I know a lot of people in Latin America feel that way. But the Spanish, like early Spanish dubs of like anime are really good. And early anime I will watch in English. Something funny that happened was that I was talking to a group of Japanese people, and we were discussing like how translations and stuff like that. And we were I brought up Pokemon, and I'm like, we were talking about onigiri, and then I was like, like when I was a kid, Pokemon was being broadcast, but they were only broadcasting it in English. And what they did is that they tried to localize it as if it was produced in Canada, wherever it was that they were localizing it. And I had to explain to them that a lot of Japanese foods and things that showed up in the show, they tried to like Westernize or Americanize, and they're like confused, saying like, they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, onigiri is a jelly donut. And they're like, come on. And I had to show them, like, no, this is for real. Like, and I showed the video, and they're like, oh my god. And we started discussing instances of that. But it was very funny because that's kind of like why sometimes it's just better to watch. Like, localization has got, like, I don't know if it's gotten worse or better. Like, it's something in the middle, because a lot of people that translate sometimes don't even know the language, and they are trying to I'm not gonna get into the politics of it. They're just translating, maybe through machine translations or with the little words that they know, and they're getting at an approximation, and then they're like, well, let's translate it in a way that is Western, and they try to like localize it too much instead of just like translating it, keeping the intention of the original. Again, that's from what my understanding. It's weird for me now, but I grew up with the English dub. Goku over time, though, as Super came out, I started to prefer the Japanese voice over time. Freezer, I like how he's voiced in English and in Spanish. There is a very funny interview with the guy that did the Spanish voice for Freezer, where obviously like a product of its time, but they had because the thing is, they had no idea how to do these voices for the most part. They were just given the script and very little direction, and they said like the director, the guy that does Freezer was like, what the fuck should I do? And it's like, I don't know, just ad-lib it or whatever. And then he does the voice for Freezer. Okay, that's only the first base Freezer, right? And then he has a transformation. He's like, oh, how should I do his voice? And he's like, I don't know. Go deeper, I guess, because that's like, he just looks like a weird lizard guy, right? And he's like, yeah, just, I don't know, just deeper. And then he starts transforming into like a smaller form. And then they're like, okay, well, what do we do now? They're just like, I don't know, just deeper, I guess. And then when he gets to another transformation, they're like, what the fuck do I do now? And the guy's just like, I don't know, he's no longer big and bulky, just make him sound fruity. It was like what they told him. And what he ended up doing was just like what Freezer happened in in Spanish. But that's like early dubbing it was just like that. There was like no sense, like people just had no idea of how to like voice certain things, because again, anime like in the 80s and 90s wasn't as popular. Like my parents got to see some anime, like my dad watched a lot of mecha anime when he was a kid, and my mom watched like something called Candy Candy, where like she told me that the main character was like a huge slut. It's weird for me. I still prefer Kid Goku dub in English though. Love Stephanie Nolan. Yeah. I remember when they just didn't air Safari, so yeah, I remember that. You'd finish one episode, and the next one we get Ash with 20 taros and a summary of something never aired. Is that the episode with the gun? And then also, what about the one where like James gets a boob job? That one aired. Was it like, oh my god. Speaking of that, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is very different in Japanese. Like, very different. Yeah, the pointing guns is still fucking funny. They gave... There's no character from Brooklyn, but they gave Joey a Brooklyn accent. Also, which banner should I pull? Just, you know, because I think I'll just stop for now. Because it is 11, and I started later than I wanted to. And I do want to play Elden Ring with my friend. Or wait, hold on. Let me check. Let me check if they're still willing to play, because that's another thing. If my friend gets back, we'll see. I just booted up ZZ to confirm or fix something I said earlier. Not sure about whether you've done Astra's story. No, I did Astra's story. That one I do remember. I'll do like a single pull. Oh, nice. All right, that means nothing, I guess. I like Seth. Oh, he's another character that I've completed. Yeah, no, okay. I retract my early statement. I retract my early statement. They do respect the no ears, the no human ears. They do that. I take my earlier statement. I think I was just thinking of a different game. I might have been thinking of Azure Lane or something like that. I retract what I said earlier. They do a lot of the characters that do have animal ears just don't have human ears. No, not her. Like, she doesn't have it, for example. Well, I don't have that. Well, wait, actually, I forgot. Yeah, she doesn't have it. Yeah. The only non-mammal, because she's a fish. Alright, I'll just continue playing. My friend doesn't seem like he's gonna play Elden Ring tonight, so I'll do a little bit more of the story, and then we'll stop there. Because I gotta pick some people for art this week. Also, how about that Saba design? Very, Seiya vibes. Yahari, 来てくれた。 ちょっとあんた。誰だろうがダメだ。うん。僕のことか。そうだ。Also, with their apparent fan base being crabs, I hope that we're called Kanyikuru. Oh, that'd be fun.
随分尊大な人だな。こういう手合いにはある程度強めに出ておくのがいいんだ。
Like, I'll be 100% honest. I did not watch that much of Gura. I saw like a couple of streams of her. She's fun. She's fun. I like her. I respect her. She's reached amazing heights. Yeah, she didn't stream very much, but she was like the largest streamer. Like I don't know. I don't know, like I have a hard time watching streams. Like I try to, whenever I have the time, I try to go to friends' streams and stuff, and it's like I really want to be better at it, especially considering I have a few friends that stream every day and they it's their careers and stuff, but it's just hard, man. I'm not even watching that much Vine Sauce anymore, even though I love Vine Sauce. I rarely watch his streams. I watch VODs usually. No, and I appreciate it. Like, look, I do this for fun. Specifically, like, I don't think I'm ever gonna be like a huge streamer or whatever. Like, I'm not looking for that. As long as you guys are cool hanging out every once in a while and stuff, that's kind of like all I care about. I do want to improve and just be better at being more entertaining. Doing stuff like that. Because like doing stuff like this is fun to me. Like, oh, like I want to study, but I also want to play games. Do other stuff, like do more art streams and stuff. Like I want to do stuff that's like chill but entertaining. To a certain extent, I don't really I'm not like a funny guy, Ame's debut is the only one from Myth I managed to catch live for one. I thought their debuts were the week next too. They were very late at night for me. The debut that I caught 100% and watched through, and I tried to stay active with her, was Mori, because I kind of vibe with her whole like thing at first, because I don't want to say she was insecure, but she was very nervous, and it like I could identify with some of it, but then like I don't know, I just stopped watching her. And then I moved on to Kiara, who I feel more like aligned with because certain things, but even with her, I stopped watching. I bounced around really because the thing is like it's hard to keep up when like everybody's streaming for like hours on end. It's also one of the reasons why I try not to stream for like longer than maybe 3 hours or 2 hours, depending on like if what I'm doing is super entertaining. Like if I'm playing Shrek games, then I'll take as long as I need to take. But if I'm like playing this and studying and stuff, I'm obviously not gonna keep 6 hours of it going. Oh, if you wanted to access some easy poly, there's combat event in HA Club. Oh, I'll check it out. We're not gonna get anywhere here. Look, all this reading and stuff, that's stuff I'm gonna have to do in my own time. Because, it's Japanese and this story's old. Let's learn some easy poly. Over here? You mean in the battle tower or the, You have to activate it by talking. Do I have access to her? Jufufu. I believe she is over here. Should be in the event list. Event. This is arpeggio. Pink. That's a lot I haven't. Yeah. Believe me, I know. I have a lot of catching up to do. Yeah, I would. Shit. No, I have to do this right now, I guess. I'm in story focus mode, I guess. I can't. Okay, hold on. It might be story log for certain progress in the new story. Yeah, okay. I got 50,000. Nice. But yeah, I try to like not stream so much like regularly, like maybe I don't know, a couple times a week because it's manageable. This week I want to see if I stream Sekiro and then like I do like an art stream. just keep it chill. Like, I don't. Some people stream every day, and that's like not me. Especially because I have a lot that's always going on with me. It's the boy. The thing about that I like about the character designs is that it's also informed like the combat. The fact that these characters have been in combat and stuff like that. I'm assuming that's why it shows sometimes like, you know, some missing limbs or cuts and stuff like that. Because they do go to the hollow, and it's not like brushed off as you know, they're completely invincible. They've been through some shit. Some characters are not like, you know, they have a disability, not like, you know, not necessarily related to like being in combat or something, but you know what I mean. Looks like it's just cause you're in story focus. Event start should be outside at Suiban Temple with Jufufu. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna skip the story, but I'll like review it in my own time.
プロ棋士様、九段のデータスタンドはこちらの方向にございます。引き続き進みましょう。市長閣下がおっしゃっていたデータスタンドは前方車両基地付近にございます。早速向かいましょう。
But is that Jufufu event like finishing tomorrow or?
「パスワードを探し、レーザーをオフにすれば列車を移動できるでしょう。」
あ、わかった。これでパスワードを入力できるね。
Oh no, looks like it's running for another 2 weeks. Oh, okay, so I got time. Alright. I can do it tomorrow.
プロ棋士様、ご気分はいかがでしょうか。
I'm gonna sign up with there's a woman that does pronunciation lessons. I'm gonna sign up for that. I think I have this like obsessive this obsession that I want my accent to just be like not foreign with Japanese.
本当かい？じゃあ早速お願いしようか。
プロ棋士様、我々にはまだ市長閣下より依頼された。
プロ棋士ってさ、もともとおつむの方はすごかったけど。
おかげさまで。
それで戦い方とかはいつ覚えんの？あんた一人で何でもできるようになったらすっごく便利じゃんね。
プロ棋士様、データスタンドはこの中にございます。
You know, I should get some, maybe when I have some more money, I could invest in having like a proper like layout and stuff.
ご安心を。
I already got the logo at least,
私どもがお守りいたします。
but I should get
ありがとう。めんどくせえな。僕はまだ守られるから。
should get some cute stuff for the stream. Even if like it's just for a hobby, it's fun to like make it feel like official, you know? Instead of like just haphazardly thrown together.
Ah, またパスワードだって。
答えは近くにあるはずです。周囲を探してみましょう。フォロー内のデータスタンドの整備にはやはり最上級のプロ棋士が不可欠ですね。ビクトリア火星にとってあなた様のような卓越したプロ棋士と親交を結べたことは
Sometimes I wish you could jump.
至りにございます。
回避して。今回だけの邪魔しないで。
How do you properly accumulate all of that like ice things with
了解。
支援いたします。
I've never been able to get it to full.
プロ棋士様、ここでパスワードの手がかりを探してみましょう。
プロ棋士、さっきの動き良かった。
プロ棋士様、こちらがパスワードの2桁目かと。
I do like that they replaced the TV world for stuff like this. Because man, that was really something. So 0, 4.
プロ棋士様、フォローに長く滞在しております。お体の具合は
僕には
I do like that they kept it around because it's not terrible, but
とはいえ
I never liked doing it as part of the story.
初のフォローをするんですから速やかに戦闘を終わらせましょう。
さっさとやっちゃおう。
Yeah, I don't really like the layout of some of these areas because it, you know, they keep reusing them. And it's not like explorable. It's just 0451.
これで
Okay.
パスワードはすべて取得いたしました。ロックを解除しに戻りましょう。
Oh, okay, thank you. 0, To get the best use out of Ellen, you need to do her double dash and then hold attack.
ご依頼は
Alright.
お前さんの運勢は、ああ、悪くない。
Not even a full level, damn it.
私たちがオークションのこと
Forget how to break out from. Story focus mode. Yeah, I'm skipping through because I want to see if I can break out of the story mode, but I forgot how to do that. Like, they do tell you. When doing the main story, I'm glad I did Abby's agent story because it gives you some context between set in some places. Yeah. That's the one I needed to. Fuck. I didn't want to do. I should have done Ambi's first.
プロ棋士様お会い
おいしさ
ストーリーモードに入ろうとしています。よし、cancel. No. Okay, I want to switch. Okay. Alright, there we go. Should be in the temple. Where is she? I see no tiger lolly. Where is she? Cat. Fat cat. Look, I'm gonna look at the most obvious place. She's not here. This is a story. That one above the bamboo mecha. Oh, I've already done that one then. Okay, yeah, I've already done this. The only thing I didn't do was this, I don't think. Yeah, I made sure to do as much shit as possible. Yeah. I do have a lot of content to just catch up to. Like an absurd amount. Which is good.
私は一切一つ売らなくてやろうか。
I'm glad all the special events are permanent. I'm like, yeah. That sucks for them. Before I kind of like capitulate or, you know, just leave the stream, I kind of wanted your take on something. Like or not like aired out or something, just something that I've been thinking about. You know what? Why don't we change characters while I talk about this? Where is she? There we go. So one of the things that I've been debating is like, you should put ZZZ stream on in the BG for 2 hours to earn goodies. Okay, but that's only for like, could you guys get something out of my stream if it's there, or it has to be like with affiliates? Oh, you guys did get something out of it? Okay, good. So one of the things I've been debating is that it's no secret that I have a lot of stuff going on, especially with projects, ideas, and stuff like that. And some of the things that I've been debating. Let's see. Where is the, where's this selfie? I forgot. I like her a lot. Oh, hey, Evo. Yeah, no, I like her a lot. I'm just trying to take a picture of her. How do I switch the camera? Oh, can take a selfie as an agent? That's lame. Well, okay. Well, let's take it into this, though. So one of the things I've been debating is that, like, it might, like, you know, it's apparent that, maybe for the last few days, like, have you guys seen that I've done, like, some fan art and stuff, some polls, but I have a lot that's going on with my work and stuff. Just like game development, trying to do some projects and other things. What I've been debating is that, well, one thing that did happen was, my main account, it kind of got shut up, and it's sort of a little better nowadays, but it's still, like, just abysmal. And so what I've been doing is that I'm just picking up this account because I want to stream more, and I also just want to try like working something out. So, oh yeah, no worries. I love Anise. So one of the things that I've been debating is that I should start doing more fan art content. Not like for things that I like for this game, for example. I want to draw Ji-Yuan, 100%. Like I want to draw her. I got that crony that's still in the docket that I need to do, and I was thinking make crony. Like, do fan art, but as a way to just start making money so that I can start funding the stuff that I want to work on. Like, my game and that kind of stuff, and like, and I know that I've sort of made a living of original content over the years, but, I want to start doing some stuff that just does help with that. But I don't know, like, I don't see the whole thing, like, just dedicating to doing some fan art and a mix of it and my original characters here and there. Like, probably do something between, like, 70-30%. Yeah, fan art drives traffic, yeah. And, I don't know, like, I've been having fun just doing fan art, not thinking about the character that I'm going to draw, but more focused on the just thinking about the posts and stuff like that. I don't know. Like sometimes I get worried about like how people would take it, but I don't know, like I would probably just pick a fandom and stick to it, quite honestly, because one of the things that I think would be beneficial would be like being known as an artist for one IP or something like that. Like I've always wanted to do work for Azurlane as well. Like I want to be more open to just random work for companies and stuff to help drive my portfolio as well. So that, again, this is all in service so that I can just start using some money to spend it on my game, like hire VAs for it, get some help with drawing backgrounds and all that kind of stuff. Like I contracted a really nice chibi artist to do some stuff for the social media, and I'm excited for when my turn comes around. I'm purposely delaying some posts that I had intention that I had intended for so just to make sure that they're able to make it on time. But yeah, it's like I've been thinking a lot about it. I still have a lot of my own stuff that I want to do. But because I'm always thinking about like my game projects and stuff like that, it just tends to be the part that I don't want to have to be thinking about is like how I, the front end. Maybe I'm talking in circles or not making any sense. No, my account is just fully like dead. Not dead because some people share it and see it, and I appreciate that. The account for this, like, okay, here's the deal. I made the Safe for Work account, quote unquote, which I don't give a shit about making it safe for work completely anymore. Originally as like keeping two things apart. But as time goes on, it's just clear like you don't really need to separate safe for work and not safe for work accounts because that doesn't matter as much. What does matter is like what the purpose of an account that you make is. Like what is the project that you're making it for? And this ended up being like my Rose and Draws account. And ended up being just like the VTuber one or whatever. Where I'll occasionally post some art. But and the other one, like the main one, was like the one that I was using for just like pretty much like the bulk of my work. But over the last few weeks, months, I've noticed that it's just like it's been stuck at like I'm not trying to say that I'm worried about numbers and stuff. I'm just talking about this analytically, and I'm sorry if this isn't a very interesting subject. But I've also been thinking of just like, well, now that I've been doing stuff over, as a VTuber and being more active and doing that kind of stuff, it's just stunted. It's like, I used to get like 6K or something like that regularly, like no problem if I did a Linnea post. But the thing is, I'll be clear, my metrics are excellent. People like to argue that views are like not accurate or whatever, but we're talking like if something of mine gets 1,000 views, I will get at the very minimum 100 likes and some comments. So my conversion rate is very, very good. We're talking about like a 10%, 15%, 20%. And that's really good. I've seen accounts with like hundreds of thousands of followers that don't even get close to that. Because the people that see my work interact with it. But the problem is that it's just not going out. Like, I'm getting very little visibility, and that's the issue with that particular account. But again, that's neither here nor there. Like, that's something that I've like been what I wanted to get at is that, like, as I've been like working on this account and like just doing stuff, I've realized that I do need, like, I should probably just start doing more stuff of the stuff that I like games and stuff like that. Like this game, for example, I enjoy a lot of the characters, so I could stand to draw more fan art, interject a lot of my touch and stuff like that, but I also need to work on merch and all those things. Like I'm not properly taking advantage of sources of revenue that I should be creating for myself. I don't know, like that's partially like a lot of the anxiety that I've gotten on a lot of the like just stress that I have. It's like I have all these things that I want to be doing and I need to do. And, like, it's very hard to vocalize how like you have all these things you're excited for, but then for some reason you just don't do them in a timely manner or the way that you're supposed to do it. And it's not even procrastination. I probably just get too anxious and I overthink it, and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna fuck it up. I don't know. Would you be rolling for Jew for Fu on Wednesday? I got nothing, dude. I'm literally out of just rolls. Completely out. I am the broke horse. And even the commission stuff that I opened for this week, they're not even about polls or anything. They're for something. They're just extra ways of cash. Another thing that I've noticed that does help me with growing as an artist is that I can tackle some of these like characters that have like, I don't want to say complex designs, but have intricacies that I normally wouldn't go out of my way to put in my own art. So it does make me think about more closely about the details that I put in them and other things. I don't know. I'm naying too much today. You know, that's poor speak for yapping. But I don't know. Point is, like, I think I'm just gonna. By the way, if you want to photograph an agent, the easiest way and best way is to do quality time events, not invites. That's after the quality events, so they'll follow you about. Okay. Yeah, no, Ego, I was thinking about something like that. Like, do that kind of stuff. I should probably take, if you're familiar with the artist Shipa or Jipa, I might take more of what they're doing. Because I don't know, man. I want to do so many cool things. And it's been a little hard to just like, because my reality is that my subscription stuff, which I really wouldn't want to have to do, because I just like having my art freely accessible. Like, here's the thing. I understand that the subscription stuff is people to offer support. Like, because most of the people that support me they're just like, we don't really care about like the PSDs or whatever. Like, we just want you to make stuff, and I understand that. It's just in my case, like, there's so many people that do the support stuff or whatever, and I'm the kind of person that I just like putting out art. I just like making shit. And there we go. Photo edit piece. Yeah, I try to do it. I didn't say it before, but it's only recently since I've started to learn that I've really come to appreciate the work people put into the drawings. Drawing is hard. It's a very hard thing to do. The thing about art is that I love the most is the process of creation. It's not necessarily to just like have something out there. You know what I mean? Like it's what's on the it's like the process to get what like from like my mind to what's on the canvas to the end product is the thing that I love the most. No, okay. What I mean when drawing is hard is not that it's okay. Anyone can draw. That is true. What I mean when drawing is hard is that it's a hard journey to take because there are a lot of moments filled with self-doubt. There are a lot of times where it's just really hard work. Some people just get good, fast. That's fine. Some people just have, that energy to just get good fast, or they put the hours and everything. But like the art journey is not an easy thing. It's full of ups and downs, a lot of downs, and getting an audience is like it's part of it, but like I don't really want to lump it into it. It's just like I like to focus on the art itself of like it's a tough journey, but it is something that I love, and even if I'm kicking and screaming sometimes, or I feel depressed or whatever, or like even if people I'm telling like, no, you're doing good, man. There's always moments where I just uh, I climb this mountain, but there's a higher mountain to climb, and like I need to keep going. I can't stop. And it gets overwhelming, especially when you're trying to make a living out of it and everything. That's the hard part. But yeah, the drawing should be fun, inspirational, enjoyable, and like again, the important part of it is not like just the end result. It's the process and how you learn or how you start choosing what to put on the canvas and doing all these things. I just find it fun to lock art away on subs permanently, like people I follow. They only show teasers. I'm of the mindset that I just like when I finish something, I want to show it to everybody because I'm very happy that I finished something. And I understand that part of the business. That you're supposed to put something in there and you wait a few days and then you show it. And I like doing commissions, but sometimes I just want to focus on my own stuff, but in reality, that's just not enough. And I need to start working better on just, getting my subs up or something, explore more revenue, more streams of revenue, or like, just bite the bullet. It's a lot. Not even like, not even gonna sugarcoat it. Like it's also been part of my anxiety and a lot of things. And, I've been taking like here and there. I've been taking like it's over the counter over here, but I've been taking anti-anxiety pills whenever I get a little worked up. But I've been managing better and like with diet and working out and stuff. It's helped. you know, I've been doing this for, 10 years or so, and it's, sometimes I get close to just being like throwing the towel on just like maybe just finding a job and I just do it for fun or something like that. But I don't really see myself doing anything else. This is like what I like doing. And for me, it's fun. And I don't know. Sometimes the overwhelming part is that like a lot of people look up to you, and a lot of people respect you, and they're like that you're part of the reason why they sometimes they have a good moment in their day and stuff. And that's the stuff that one gets me, and also like also just puts me like anxious, like I don't want to disappoint and that kind of stuff. But do it for Linnea, yeah. Linnea always makes me happy. But that's another thing where like I want to do more content with her, but I don't want it to be the sole bulk of my stuff. Oh, she's not wearing the outfit. Oh well. I'll take a picture of her with the fish. Uh,
笑顔だとうん。これでいいのか
that's a good picture. Go. The guy praying is so caked up. Yeah. Uh, I'm sorry if I was a bit of a downer. I was yapping too much, but uh, yeah, I'll probably sit down with like a friend of mine and just talk it over, or sit down with someone, for advice. Oh, have you taken a look at the model toys you can buy from Yeast Shop? Oh, I have not. Let me check. Oh, the car. This one. No, I actually have a therapist that I go to. I haven't been to her in a bit. Oh shit.
私は一切お前さんの運勢はああ悪くない
So close.
一つ占ってやろうか
Again, my thing is not relying too heavily on therapy. It's just being able to effectively communicate and understand that, like, you know, stuff's gonna be okay. Like, I don't need to destroy myself with stress or self-doubt, or like learn to appreciate myself. It's just stuff that takes work. Yeah, I haven't been going to the therapy because my current doctor she's kind of expensive, so I told her, you know, like, give me a little bit before I go to the next session, because I also want to show up with like more concrete plans and stuff, because she was also helping me do with some coaching, but yeah. But yeah, I think this is good for today. Let's see. Okay. I hope the Japanese learning part was at least interesting. I would appreciate some feedback on it. Just, you know, if I did good, or like if there's any ways I can do it better. About Jufufus or polling, I will do this. I will record myself doing like the one poll that I will probably have when she drops, and then that's gonna be it. And I'm just not gonna get her. Either way, you know, hope you guys had a chill time and you guys enjoyed it. I'm kind of lost my train of thought. I'm gonna go. No gotcha, Faith. Look, I haven't had good luck in this game for a bit. I'm gonna go make some choices of people for. I already lost my second 50-50, so if I pull for her and she, like, I get an S rank, I'm gonna get her. That's why, like, I'm worried. My luck is weird. But yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out and, you know, chatting and stuff. Again, I hope the learning Japanese part was fun. I think I'll just stick to this game and stream it, you know, every once in a while. On Wednesday, I want to stream Sekiro. And then I want to see if, like, I draw Jijuan this weekend on a stream or something. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, no, I appreciate it. Like, you guys are great. You guys are always here, and I love the support. But yeah, why am I showing twice? Hold on. What's happening here? There we go. But yeah, Thanks for hanging. No, I appreciate it. You know what? It's stuff I'll figure out. I have things I like. I have things I want to do. Yeah, I just gotta go get it, right? Right. For realsies. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you guys